Hi, hello, it's me again, Marina. I'm 59 and I live in Sweden. So it's time to me to film my neutral palette collection. I've been thinking a bit about this for a while because every time I want to do a neutral look, which isn't often because I am a colorful lover. So if you're new here and haven't seen me before, welcome. I 99% of the time use colorful eyeshadows, but of course I have neutrals and nudes as well. Hard words to say. And I use them from time to time when I think it's required. For me, that is maybe if I have a doctor's appointment, I want to have something on, but I don't want to look like this. Or if I'm just doing something that I just want to have something on, but I don't feel like being like a kapow color bomb. So of course I have some neutrals, and then I was thinking, because when I sit down to do a neutral look, I'm looking around. I have my palettes in front of me on shelves on the wall, and I can never find one. So I tend to use the same one every time, and then I got the idea that I will pick out all my neutrals just to see how many I have, considering I'm not a neutral lover. And it's a lot. I have like 407 eyeshadow palettes. I know it's crazy, but I have, and I love them. And there's a lot in here that are both. They have colorful eyeshadows and neutral eyeshadows. So not all of these that I have picked out are 100% nudes, because that I don't have a lot. But it is what I consider to be a nude, or nude, neutral. To me, a burgundy can be a neutral, or a pink, or whatever, but when I think about nudes and neutrals, I think about brown. And a complete brown eyeshadow palette I do not have a lot, so there will be a little bit mixed. And there's a lot. There's more than 50 palettes that I'm going to show you, so this will be a long video. Grab a snack, grab a drink, put your feet up and be comfortable, because I will be here for a while. And I also have a cupboard with palettes that I have put away. I haven't decluttered them because I don't do that a lot. But I don't use them a lot, so I put them in a cupboard, because the ones that I use I want to have in front of me so that I can see them, and then I will use them more. And the shelves are full, so I needed to take some of them away, and I will start with those, because those are the ones that I really don't use a lot at all, and yeah, they're boring. So, and there's no particular order. I will just take whatever is in front of me. Get ready. So the first one is the W7 Hot Tropic eyeshadow palette. This is a dupe for Too Faced. They had this one, and I have the original purple one, and I have the dupe for the purple one as well. But obviously that's not a nude. I think I have used this one once. I don't have the Too Faced one, I have the purple one. So yeah, and these are fairly okay for being really cheap. This is like $3 or something, but it's okay for that price, but I never use it. Yeah, so, and I also have L'Oreal did a collaboration with Karl Lagerfeld, and this is actually not a brown nude. Well, it has some browns in it too. It actually has a purple and a pink, but to me this is nude. And it's not that I don't like nudes, it's pretty, and especially on some women, girls, it's really, really pretty, but not on me. And to me, wearing a brown look, eyeshadow look, it's kind of a loss of a makeup day. So Isadora, the Golden Eye palette, really shiny. This is something they came out with for Christmas a few years ago. And that is actually a black. And this is a burgundy. But to me this is nude. And this one is really good and pretty. I have from Smashbox. I have not taken them out of the boxes, so there will be a lot of in and out. Smashbox Cover Shot Smoky is this palette. And it looks like this. We will be here for a while. From the Balm I have the Meat Matte Trimony. And I don't think, is this one? Yeah, there's browns in here as well. But the one I mainly use are these. These are more burgundies, a black and a pink. This one is also really good, and I love the packaging, the design. It's 50s vibes to me, retro. I love it. He looks like Ken, Barbie Ken. And this is also a neutral to me. This one I actually filmed with and used just a few weeks ago, a couple of months maybe. Time flies, because I used my Spin the Wheel app and it landed on this one. So this is called the 12 Shades of Pink, but I think they forgot the pinks in this one. This is so boring. But yeah, makeup store is really something that is close to my heart and very nostalgic. They doesn't exist anymore. And yeah, I love them, but yeah, so I won't declutter that one. And a really old one from BH Cosmetics. This is, they have 3 of these palettes, but this is the one who is the most nudie one, Wild Child, and it's baked eyeshadows. So these are all shimmery. Looks like this. I haven't used this one in years. Maybe I should try it just to see if it's any good, otherwise maybe I will declutter it, I don't know. Yeah, and from Makeup Revolution I have the Reloaded Visionary palette. Have some purples in it, but mostly neutrals. Haven't used this one either in ages. I haven't got a clue if it's any good or not. I find Makeup Revolution being a bit hit or miss. It's either really good or it's really bad. And the Reloaded Provocative looks like this. Pinkish neutrals. And to me, why do they do so similar colors? This one could have been a bit darker, or that one, and you know, they're all the same. They have the same depth. So you have not a lot of, you can't do a lot with it because they're all the same. And I also have the neutrals versus neutrals. Oops. This one I bought because I saw Nikki Tutorial do a look with this one. And she was pleasantly surprised with the quality, and she did an awesome look. So I bought it, tried to do the same, and failed. No one can compare to Nikki Tutorials, I think. She's awesome, I like her a lot. Yeah, and from Smashbox I have the Double Exposure palette. This one has actually more color than neutrals, because here it's gray, blues, purples and silvery black, and this Only these 6 are neutrals according to me, but I still consider this a neutral palette. I never use this. This one is supposed to be, that's why it's called double exposure, I guess. If you wet the shadows, they will turn to either metallic or shimmery or glittery or different functions in the shadows. I never tried. This is a typical example of me shopping just because they were on sale. I used them a few times, but oh, the boxes. And also I have the full exposure. This one is a really neutral. But there's a lot of cool tone neutrals, and if I want to wear neutrals, I like them to be cool tones. You know, like that one, for example. Yeah. And I have from really old one from BH Cosmetics. Blushed Neutrals 26 color eyeshadow and blush palette. So this one has, the box is boring. Blushes in, and the blushes I really like, but they're mostly neutral with a pop of pink and orange. The blushes looks much more brighter on the camera. This one is a lot darker in real life. Never use it. So these are the ones that I have put away, and kind of these as well. Actually, Pat McGrath. The Sublime Ecstasy Sublime palette. This I bought at Sephora on sale. It costs like nothing compared to what it really costs, and they're really pretty, but neutrals. I really wanted the other one. She has one, or had, I don't know if these exist anymore, with a purple and a burgundy and a bit more colorful, but that one was out of stock. They didn't have it anymore, so I bought this one just because I wanted to try Pat McGrath. By then, at that time, I have never tried her before, so this was my first Pat McGrath. And my second Pat McGrath, this one I bought from her site. It's the Mothership palette, and I bought this one even though there were others I wanted to have, but this one was on sale, and these are so freakishly expensive, and it was a really good sale, so I bought it just because it was cheap and it had a purple in it. But otherwise it's neutral. I think I've used this one once or twice. I'm not that convinced that Pat McGrath is that good that everybody says, but anyhow, that's just me. And by that, if anyone is a lover of neutral, that's totally fine. I'm not bashing anyone, I'm just saying what I think and what's in my heart. This palette is from a brand called Färg, that means color in Swedish, and it's the brand of the makeup school that I attended to like 100 years ago. They had their own colors, and I'm not sure if it is anymore. I think she sold the makeup line to someone, but the brand still exists, but I don't know if it is my makeup school's brand anymore. So they're only black colors, and it says Färg. And this one it's called the chocolate palette, chokladpaletten, and it looks like this. And all of these shadows that they have are multi-use, so you can use them as a contour or a bronzer, or all their eyeshadows also use as blush or whatever. I have like 5 of these palettes, and the other ones are really colorful, good quality, and they smell amazing. Morphe, the next 3 palettes are by Morphe, and they are really not neutral, but to me they still are. because there's a lot of browns in here. This is the 35P, I think it's called Plum Palette something. The name isn't on here. So purples, yes, but also a lot of neutral browns and burgundies. And the 35D dark something palette, I don't know. Also neutral according to me, but dark and has some blues and greens and purples in it as well. And the Everyday Chic 35C palette. This isn't really a neutral, but well, the first thing I think of when I open it up is neutral. Yeah, even though there is really not a lot of browns in here, a few, and you know, all of these beigey stuff that I never use. It's pretty. This is something I could use if I go to the doctors or something, if I want to be discreet. So that is my palettes that I have kind of put aside. Okay, so I will just grab a pile here. Let's take these first. Oh my gosh. Oops. So the first ones are from Juvia's Place, and this is the Nude Spice Juvia's. So what could be more nude than this? This is to me a complementary palette. This is I can use like blending out or in combination with other colors or palettes. The chocolates. These two together, for example. Or also the taupes. Taupes, how do you say that? Could be in combination with these two, other two. I would never use this one alone. It would. I have tried to do that and I look like I'm sick, so no. The Nubian by Juvia's old palette, from their old ones. I love the old ones, but this isn't my favorite. I think I bought it on sale just because I wanted to have. For a while I tried to collect all their eyeshadow palettes, but then it's too many, I can't keep up. So I have a lot, but not everything. Nomad Cosmetics. I'm getting dirty on my hands. And I'm going to sneeze soon. The Tuscany palette. Looks like this. I used this one pretty recently, but only on my Insta, I think, because I was going to the bank with my mother and my brother, so I needed to be I needed to be proper looking, not scare them on the bank with my kaboom colors. Oden's Eye Elva eyeshadow palette. These are so cute. I love that little fairy and she twinkles. This is neutral with a pop of color, yellow. I think I used this one pretty recently as well, actually. I've been neutral a lot lately. The Solmåne eyeshadow palette. This is pretty. Also with a pop of color, but to me a neutral. I love Oden's Eye. And Oden's Eye Freya Diva palette. These are old ones. This is actually more burgundy than browns, but to me neutral. Are you bored yet? And then Oh, here's some more dubious. Oh, they don't come in any particular order. There's, yeah. So this one you recognize. I've been filming with these palettes a lot. This is by BH Cosmetics. It's dirty. Birthstone collection, and this is Pearl for June, and it's a neutral. Too Faced. One, I think it was Better Together. Yes, it was, and this is the Together part. The other one was with Kat Von D, and that one I like a lot, and that is not neutral. This one is so freakishly boring, and I don't think I have used it, because what can you do with this? Nothing. Yeah. This one I've also used pretty recently. I filmed with this again. I used my Spin the Wheel app, Makeup Geek, and in collaboration with Manny MUA. I love this. This one I actually like, because this red one is gorgeous, and that one is gorgeous. You know, that's brown base with a green shift in it, really pretty. But of course I mainly use these three when I use it. And I have a bunch of, oh no, it's three, but I have almost all their palettes. A brand that doesn't exist anymore, sadly. 50/50, and they were called 50/50 because half of the proceeds went to a charity of your own choice, so you can choose if you want to give money to some type of charity. But the brand doesn't exist anymore. So this is the autumn palette. I don't remember if it's the fall or autumn palette. The name was something. It's a really gorgeous palette. This one I have used a lot, because you can do awesome looks. This goldy one is gorgeous, and that one called Decay, again brown based with a green shift, really pretty. Yeah, it will take me half the day to clean up after this. Again 50/50. The Desert palette looks like this, and there's a pressed glitter, so if you don't like that, I do. I like glitter, and I don't mind them in a palette. And what's the name of it? They don't have the name on the palettes, and I don't know why. Well, that one had, but not the autumn one, and not this one. This might be the Desert palette 2.0 because she upgraded them. I think it is actually, and it looks like this. Desert. And it looks like this. Neutral. How many times will I say neutral and nude in this video? And this is something that is dear to my heart. Linda Hallberg Cosmetics, LH Cosmetics. This is her first palette she ever came out with. And it's a multi-use. You can use it for blush, you can use it for bronzer and highlight and all of that. And I got her autograph on it here because I met her in the store where these are sold in Sweden. And we have been communicating through our blogs when people had blogs, like 100 years ago. Before she came really big and famous. And it looks like this. Sorry for my throat. It says, sorry, how fun to finally meet. Hugs from Linda. I love it. And this is also Linda Hallberg, her Infinity Deep palette. my throat. And this is, it's neutral but a bit darker. And I have a lot of those types of palettes that are, when I think of them, I think of neutral, but they're actually not. I should say that they're more like grungy, I would say. So they don't have a lot of browns and stuff, but then maybe they have a lot of dark greens and dark purple and burgundies, but they're so dark that at first glance I think it's like neutral. But those are still on my shelves because they are actually not neutrals. The Infinity Glam palette, also by Linda Hallberg. For a while I was trying to support her and buy everything she came out with because I've been a big fan of hers, and I really enjoy seeing her succeed. But she came out with more and more stuff, and they are pretty pricey, so I couldn't keep up anymore. Yeah, and it looks like this. And I'm also a bit disappointed that she, considering the work she does when she put her makeup on, when she do this arty stuff, she's really colorful. So I was expecting, when I heard that she was starting her own brand, I was jumping up and down, because finally, I thought finally a Swedish brand with a lot of color. But no, very subtle, very toned down, very deep dark, you know, like this. Oops. She have done one really colorful palette, two actually, but you know, this one, and she also have this one that are a bit more colorful, but those are the only ones. And I was expecting more color from her. So when I'm not a neutral lover, it's stupid to buy everything because it doesn't vibe with me, and they are expensive. So back to Juvia's. This one, the Warrior by Juvia's. As I said, I love this. I love the packaging. This, to me, I guess it's not Art Deco, but it gives me Art Deco vibes, and I love Art Deco. This is, of course, some tribe stuff, I guess, I don't know. And these are warm neutrals, which I don't like the best. So yeah, but as I said, I wanted to collect all Juvia's, and I love these old palettes with the big pans. Love them a lot. This one is more cool toned. Like this one better, but this is an all matte one. Again, I think I'm getting allergic. Yeah, neutrals and matte ones. And I love the artwork on these. So more BH Cosmetics. This is a palette that I got as a gift, free of gift with purchase. Of course, I wouldn't have chosen this one by myself if I have chosen it myself, but they sent it to me for free. Hanging in Hawaii, with the palette looks like this. And it looks like this, and this is also more of a warm tone one, but it has a bit of pinkish ones as well. Not my thing. But I love BH Cosmetics, at least the way they was before Makeup Revolution bought them. I haven't tried them after that, but I kind of lost interest. And Kat Von D, and this is the real Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is a shadow and contour palette, but I only used it as an eyeshadow palette. This one I've used a bit, because they are black and cool tone browns, and I like that better. And I love the way Kat Von D did their things. I love the packaging and her style. And I was so sad when she disappeared, because now it's not the same anymore. And then another Morphe in collab with Manny MUA. And this one I guess I bought because I love many MUA and it had a pinky one in it. Stupid me. The highlighters are too dark for me. I can maybe use this one, but otherwise, no. And the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani collab. This one is 100 years old. And how boring is this? I've talked about this one. Well, it's a while ago now. I think I did a look. Did I do a look on YouTube? I think. Look at this. How can you do anything with this? They are basically like 8, 9, 10. Well, this one is a gold. Very light, very neutral, very... No one will notice the difference between these ones when you put them on. And the only thing you can use is this one, and this one, and maybe these. So how many blending out shades or brow bone shades do you need? I don't know why I bought it, but it was a long time ago. Yeah, last pile. This went quicker than I thought it would do. Oh, my shoulders are killing me. So I have the Kaleidos Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze palette. I love these palettes. And it looks like this. I have glued the names of the shadows, taped them on the mirror there. This red is gorgeous. I just wish that that brown had been a darker and a more cool tone one. It's pretty cool tone, but I would have liked it more grayish brown. But anyhow, it's a gorgeous palette for being a neutral. And I'm also a bit in love. I have all of these long ones. I love them. And I'm sad that they are discontinuing them, and I guess they won't be back anymore in that shape or form. I don't know. The Kaleidos Sashimi City palette. Looks like this. Futurism 567 Sashimi City. And this is really neutral. But I think I did a look with it, and I was pretty pleased anyhow, because the shimmers are gorgeous. And I love this. How they feel. They're a bit rubbery. And another from Makeup Revolution. I actually did a video with this one just a while ago. The Flawless 4. And I was pleasantly surprised about the quality. As I said, with Makeup Revolution is really hit or miss, but this one, at least the color I've used, was pretty good. So this is more pinky burgundy shadows than they are brown and neutrals, but I still consider this being a neutral palette. And my Too Faced chocolate bar palette. How many of you have this one or have had it? Because mine are really, really old. Yeah, still smells really nice. It smells like vanilla. I guess it's supposed to smell like chocolate, but I think it's vanilla. Yeah, never use it. And I don't know why I bought it. I think I just fell for the hype. Everybody was talking about this, even though there is not my color story. And of course I have this one as well, the chocolate bonbon. Yeah, it has a little bit more color, and can you see I've panned this one. This was a matte bone color that I use I always use a bone color under my brow, so I simply used this one until it was gone. So at least I have panned one shadow. So I go to the next palette and the next palette, because they're always that type of color in every palette, so I use them up one after one. Yeah, boring. But I will never get rid of this because they're nostalgic to me. And Anastasia Beverly Hills, I have the Modern Renaissance palette. I only have like 2 palettes. The other one is the Amrisi, which is also a bit neutral, but it has a lot more color in it than this one, so I didn't bring it. Neutral to me. Oh my gosh, I have a lot. And this is only the ones that are not my favorites, or too neutral for me. Oh, I actually put the Amrisi in here. So when I picked these palettes out, I obviously thought that this was a neutral enough. I don't know. No, I don't consider this a neutral, but anyhow, here it is. There are neutral colors in it, but there are more pops of colors than in the Modern Renaissance one. This one is gorgeous, this one, all these. Yeah, I don't know if that's a neutral, but anywho. Yeah, you see, because if I do this in a couple of weeks, maybe there will be completely other palettes in here. BH Cosmetics, the Sugar Cone palette. I have all 6 of these palettes. So this one I ordered just because I wanted the complete cone. Because if you put them together like that, they form a ice cream cone. And yeah, this is also warm toned. The quality of these palettes are amazing. I love them a lot. But the color story in this one does not speak to me at all. Maybe in combination with something else, something colorful, but this was just because I wanted the complete collection. And I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I have the next one too, but that one is really pink and purple and red, and this one is more neutral with a pop of color. You all know about this one. I have the Colourpop Stone Cold Fox. This is neutrals that speaks to me a lot more than browns, because this is basically a gray palette. So I guess it's not a nude per se, but it is to me anyhow. It suits my skin tone a lot more than browns. It's a pretty palette. I did a collab with this one with Erica Conger. And I have the Cremated from Jeffree Star. This is also a grayish, blackish one. But to me, this is neutral. But this is the neutrals that I like. Haven't used it a lot actually, because you know why. I have it, so I will use it. I have more of his palettes as well, a few. And this is the last one. I can probably dig out some more almost neutrals, but this is what I consider be my neutrals. The name is even neutral. And I like this one because it has some purples, it has some burgundies and cool tone browns. So I've been using this one for a couple of times actually. And I always think it's great to have neutrals to combine, like blending out shadows or if you want to do with a pop of color or whatever. That was my neutral eyeshadow collection. It went quicker than I thought. I hope you're still here. So let me know what you think. Are you a neutral lover or are you a colorful lover like me? Do you have as many as I have? For being a not neutral lover, I have a lot. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. Until I see you the next time, take care and be careful out there. Bye bye.